episode of Robo Luchador. I'm your host, Russell, joined by, this week...
Morgan.
And that's all, folks. We are really good to go. It's been an interesting week, news-wise. Video game news, all in all, it's dust in the wind. Pretty much sums it up. There have been some interesting reports about Kojima and Konami.
Yep.
If you
I
can
heard that
see
as well.
me, I am making the dumbest grin on my face because I don't believe a word of it from either side. Like I don't trust any of it. There's so much of this he said, she said. Oh,
Well,
wow.
see, what I saw was an actual picture of his leaving party.
Yeah, but that could have been at any time in the last year.
I know.
That party could have just been like, hey, we've gone gold, or hey, they're fucking us over, or happy birthday, Steve.
Yeah, pretty much.
That could have been anything. But those facts aside, we do have some interesting news. YouTube has announced a new service.
Oh, yep.
It scares me, but from what I've done some digging, I've listened to some other, like, bigger YouTubers' ideas on this. This may be the thing that kills Twitch. For them.
See, I don't know.
Well, okay, let's talk about it. Let's go straight into this news. YouTube announced YouTube Red, a $9.99, that's United States dollars, a month.
Oh, that price tag always bugs me.
Yeah, sorry, you work in British pounds, so that's like what, $11.50?
I thought it'd be less.
No, British pounds are worth more per dollar. It takes more British pounds to make, well, it takes more US dollars to make a British pound.
Alright, yeah.
So, yeah, the
Like, why does everything have to be different? I mean, time zones, currency.
time zones is science. Currency
I know, but
is
come on.
economics, and that's a whole different beast.
Yeah. Just gets annoying when your brain doesn't work and you operate based off of your own currency and then realize, nope, that doesn't work.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't been keeping up, Morgan's from Scotland.
Yep. If the accent wasn't a giveaway, I honestly do not know what would be. Apparently, I don't even have that thick of a Scottish accent. Apparently,
No, you don't. I've heard worse.
yeah.
I mean,
I've met several people who are just indecipherable.
I did
That's
podcasts
just-
again. I'm going to make that cartoon one day. It's going to be about two cynical cats who host a podcast. It'll be called Podcasts. Because every time I type podcast, I get my T and my S backwards. Every time.
That would actually be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be Ren and Stimpy. What am I talking about? It would be Ren and Stimpy. With more, like, clinical, like, with more precise, like, mechanical humor about, you know, posts. My dog's losing his mind.
Yep.
I'm not expecting a package today, so I don't know why. Okay, but the way the YouTube Red service works, back on that topic, is for...
Tangents.
We're good, but I do my best. I got back to it. I stirred my way back. Ryan, we would have went off on 3 other things. Love Ryan, but... Okay, but back to the topic. It's a subscription service that provides you, the payee, with ad-free YouTube and offline YouTube. Meaning you can download the video to watch offline. Essentially, that just helps mobile viewers, because there have been websites and all sorts of junk that lets PC users do that already. Like,
See, that'll be very useful for things like podcasts.
Yeah. Well, no, it would hurt my download rate. But you're right. Here's where it would be useful for podcasts. Um, of that $9.99 a month, uh, of that $9.99 a month, you get a portion of it equal to the partnership agreement, which I think is like 52-47 right now. 52 in favor of YouTube. 47% split of the revenue. You would get that from the viewer subscription every month per your views. However, the viewer has to watch, like, it's also percentage based on how much of the video they watch. So it's going to change
Yeah.
your analytics a little bit for anyone using that. Mind you, the search analytic, the new searching makes it impossible to find anything unless you specifically know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So it's why I use Twitter, and I hope to God I get all these. I have 290 followers on Twitter. If you guys would all subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'd be happy. We'd be doing okay.
I have 196 followers on Twitter.
Oh wait, I have 166. I was looking at my followers. I need to trim that down because I follow a lot of junk sites and
Yeah.
comedy tweets that haven't done anything in years.
Yeah, although I will say, out of that 196, at least half, at the very least half, are bot accounts, like Mike's Dating Tips.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never getting rid of the the Amazon video reviews, the bad ones, because they're hilarious.
They are.
I miss the GD Batman because he's no longer calling himself the GD Batman anymore. It was an account that came about, and it was based on Frank Miller's Batman from All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder. Because at one point in that book, he goes, "I'm the goddamn Batman," and we're all just like, "Yes, yes, you are." And it was great. As Robin punches the Green Lantern in the throat and closes off his airways.
Yep.
But all of that aside, YouTube Red actually, if it works and people use it, it could really pull from Twitch's subscription services. Because instead of paying, okay, so I'm going to use some of my YouTube people who do Twitch as well. Instead of paying both Total Biscuit, Dodger, Jesse Cox, and Captain Sparkles all $5 a month, I can make one payment of 10 and watch all their videos.
Yep.
Like, mathematically, that sounds better.
And it's for that reason that they'll make even more money, because more people will be willing to see, oh, that isn't as much money for me to pay.
But there has to be. But then again, there's that thing that most people just subscribe to those streams for either A, emoticons they can use in other streams, and B, to support them both on and off Twitch.
Yeah.
Which it does. Which is why a lot of people do Patreon, and we have one. We have 38 subscribers. I'm not pumping the Patreon until we hit 50.
Yeah. Very understandable.
Like, anyone who wants to go. We have a series of goals. We have stuff that will reward you. But I haven't gotten any emails about it, so I don't, that's why none of this stuff has happened. I haven't checked it this month at all either, but we're working on it. Working process.
Yep.
But, yeah,
I only recently figured out that WIP meant work in progress.
Don't worry, there's some people that don't know that DIY means do it yourself.
Oh. My brain doesn't work that badly.
Oh no. Oh no. I explained this to a person, and one of her favorite channels was the DIY Network.
Oh,
She didn't put it together.
that'd be like if you had spent years watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, TMNT, and you didn't know what it meant. It, it's just no.
Yep, had that same conversation too when the TMNT movie came out a few years back. They didn't understand why it was called
No,
TMNT.
no.
No, it's just like, but those are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm like,
Oh,
stop right there, right there. Take the first letter of each one of those words. She's like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yes. Take the first letter. Yeah,
whoa,
like one of
what?
those. It was just like, you lady have a wonderful
Oh,
hair dye.
oh, that hurts my soul.
Oh, people get mad at me when I say that line. If I tell a woman she has a great hair dye, and she's naturally not a blonde, they get so angry with me.
I can imagine.
In other news, I kind of hate Funko right now. I don't hate them because they're doing something bad or not. I hate them because I was like, let me just look and see what's coming out this week. And I went into the blog, and this is our Funko report for this week because it's funny, and it got me listening to a Japanese idol band called Baby Metal. They had a blog this week called it Straight from Japan. It had a Doraemon pop vinyl, and then it had the three singers from Baby Metal pop vinyls. They are a Japanese idol metal band, and their
So
number
wait,
one.
sorry, who is it you hate?
What?
You said I hate someone and like my ears didn't work.
I'm mad at Funko for this because I looked.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, Funko. I'm always mad at Funko.
Well, I looked
There's never a moment that I am not mad at Funko.
just because they keep releasing such awesome products and you can't buy them.
Yes, that's it.
Well, I looked them up and I spent like an hour and a half listening to their first album on Spotify, and their
Oh.
number one hit song called "We Like Chocolate."
Oh,
Wait, no, not "We Love Chocolate." "Can I Have Some Chocolate?" or "I Love Chocolate." I'll have to look at it again. I'm pulling up my Spotify on my phone.
yeah.
I can't play the song, but it's based on the Japanese idol pop genre, where they take this adorable girl and make her a singing sensation, and it's good for 2 years. Except all their music is metal.
Okay, then.
Their guitars are reminiscent of both early 90s and Icelandic metal riffs. Their drums sound straight like their drums remind me of Lars Ulrich's double bass from Metallica. Yeah, they're metal. You cannot argue the metal. What was that?
Those are bloody fireworks.
What's going on in Scotland?
I don't know, but it's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I'm used to that one. We have
Ow.
ATV enthusiasts in my neighborhood, and at midnight you can hear them.
It is not fun when you have a headache. Come on, guys.
The song is called "Give Me Chocolate." That's their big hit, and I actually looked up.
Yeah.
I actually looked up a translation of it, and it's topical, sort of. It's kind of it's addressing the issue that young girls go out of their way to watch their weight during development stages, because
Yeah.
though a guy says, "Hey, you're getting fat," he doesn't necessarily mean, "Hey, you're getting ugly," but they don't know that.
Yeah.
So, that.
Oh, for goodness sake.
But no, their music's good. Like, I like the music. I like their lyrics are catchy, though I only know like a handful of Japanese phrases. Their
Yeah.
music's real catchy. Like, I've been waking up the last 2 days humming it.
Oh, I just found the Funkos. I mean the Pops even.
Yeah, well, yeah, and like I'm not gonna buy the pops, but I just thought it was interesting to bring up. And it's
No,
just like,
but yeah,
Lord, why have you done this to me? And I love their stage names. Their stage names is the lead singer is Sue Metal,
yep,
and her backup vocals are Yui Metal and Moa Metal. And instead of giving
right,
the horns, they do the wolf face and call it "Show Me Your Kitsune."
okay,
It's kind of cool. Like it's adorable, and like metal bands love them. They're like, "This is awesome. This
yeah,
is like I think Megadeth's guitarist was like, "Yeah, their music's great."
Mm,
So yeah, their physical performers are what a lot of people like. They're actual musicians. A lot of people love. The girls will come
yeah,
and go, but those guys might have a job later.
yeah. Ooh, Assassin's Creed Funkos.
Yeah. Yeah, the Syndicate Funkos got announced this week too, with Syndicate
Yep,
coming out yesterday. But everyone getting early, like everyone who was part of the early stuff, getting them like Tuesday, getting early copies Tuesday.
yep. I've heard good things.
I don't want to. I don't even want to check it out. I don't.
Oh no, I've heard good things. Like it's the best Assassin's Creed game since the second one, which is a good thing.
Yep. Except I would consider the Brotherhood, the one that followed that, the best
Oh
of the
yeah,
old games.
but I will admit I liked some of the cities better in the second one.
Yeah, Brotherhood was great, but being stuck in Rome sucked.
Yeah, I mean I loved Venice. I could go about Venice for ages, much more than Rome.
I hopped
And they
about.
said that
I,
London's kind of recaptured that kind of like
well,
love of the city.
it's the boats, it's the industrial age of London. It
Yep.
There's a lot there to like just be like ooh and ah. It's one of my favorite time settings and time. Like it's very
Yep.
steampunk, and it's one of my favorite. Like this is the second time, like they've covered several areas of history that I enjoy, and the places
Yeah.
I enjoy those areas of history, and ruined them for me. Like
Yeah.
the only one they didn't ruin was the Crusades. I love the first game. I love the first game with such a fiery passion. You can say no wrong about it.
Yeah.
The second game was great because it was Renaissance Italy. That was good too. I don't hate the second game. The third one was a
Plus the
two.
gameplay added a lot.
Yeah, 2.75, which was Revelations, the one where he's in
Yeah.
Istanbul and Constantinople.
Yep.
I spent most of that game singing that song. There was some irrelevant parts of it, and but like that one doesn't really capture a specific time period. It's that one was
Yeah.
definitely more of a character piece, though. They did have
Yep.
historical events. I'm just not sure how accurate to our timeline they were.
Yeah.
And then
See,
they ruined the American Revolution.
I don't
I
think it
love High
was
Country.
that bad.
They made George Washington an apathetic asshole.
Oh yeah.
The only one they got right, the only one they didn't mistreat, was Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
They made Paul Revere a coward. These are my country's national heroes. These people have
Yeah.
museums named after them.
Yeah. It might
Schools.
be why I'm not as affected.
It's like, it's upsetting to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, well, we've got a little thing whenever somebody references us as British,
nope.
apparently everyone freaks out. I'm not that bothered, but everyone freaks out. It's not British, it's Scottish.
It's
And
Scottish, but
okay,
you are part of the crown as much as Canada.
yeah, but whenever somebody picks at that, that's the only thing that I really kind of get bothered by.
Yeah.
Anything else, I'm.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's your guys' choice to just bring in some
Yeah.
stuff. You had the option to leave the monarchy.
Oh, there's this whole thing about people throwing out ballots and all this.
I know. I imagine there's a lot of that. I mean, hey, George Bush won the presidency without winning the popular vote. Go figure that one
Yep.
out.
But yeah. Anyway.
The people have spoken, and the government says you're wrong. That's how that felt.
Yep. I don't think Assassin's Creed was that bad. It improved the gameplay a lot.
I imagine so, though I've never met. I have one complaint. I have the same complaint every Assassin's Creed game, and I have played all of them up to Unity. Yes, I played Unity, leave me alone. I didn't like it. I've never finished it. I know how it ends. I watched my cousin play because
I did play it. I played it all, and I completed it, and I even got all the collectibles. Just so I'd never have to play it again.
I have some problems with Unity. The day one bug, like faceless man bug. The fact that
I loved that. That just.
The fact that there were parts of Paris you could not walk through.
Oh, that was annoying.
Uh-huh.
But I managed to get quite a few videos of like glitch compilations, so I was happy enough.
Yeah. But I mean, those were just game-breaking glitches.
Oh yeah, the game-breaking glitches aren't fun. It's more the funnier ones I love.
Like Bethesda glitches. Like the fact that a mammoth stretches 6 miles wide and then shoots straight up into the air for no reason other than you were observing it in the wild. No, I played Unity.
It's those kind of ones.
Like I said, I've played every Assassin's Creed all the way through Unity. Well, okay, correction. I haven't played the handheld ones or the side-scrolling ones. But I don't count those right now.
I have heard some reviews of Liberation, the one that was ported onto consoles. Yeah. Apparently, it was actually one of the most kind of revolutionary ones that they had in a while, but no one really played it.
But here's how that works for me. I'm running across rooftops. I'm running across very close connected rooftops. I'm pressing up on the thumbstick. Why am I jumping to the left?
Yep.
Every game happens all the time. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. As long as I have that run button pressed and I'm pressing the thumbstick for some odd reason, the sensitivity is so much that if I shift my thumb even the slightest to where I don't know about it, whoosh!
Yep.
Opposite direction.
And apparently they still haven't fixed that as well as people want, but they've kind of taken it out of the mix a bit with the grapple gun.
Good.
Because apparently you can just get across those rooftops without having to run across them, so there's not as many moments.
I wonder if they were just looking at like Unity and being like, Unity didn't sell that well, and then they looked at a game that outsold Unity, that was Arkham Asylum, and they're like, maybe we should do that. And that's why you.
No, do you know what our game needs? It needs more Batman. Yes.
But I mean, I might play it. I might wait till it's $20 or it's on sale or something, or they're giving it away free on Xbox Live, which could happen. Right now,
quite a bit out, but still.
Yeah, back on the whole. Like, they've ruined some of my favorite pieces of history, and speaking of Unity, I love the French Revolution. It's a very romantic area of history. Like, with me and the French Revolution it's a very romantic bit of history. The things that were, like, the romanticized story about Louis XIV and the Man in the Iron Mask, those are what I love. And I just didn't get that sense. Like, oh no, I was really into it when I found out the girl he grew up with and loved all his life was a Templar.
I know, I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to make such interesting story elements.
Yeah, and then it's just like, nope, we're of two different worlds and I will kill you the next time I see you. Go away.
Oh, but I love you dearly, so I won't kill you. Oh.
Yeah, it was like they didn't play the character story well. It literally felt like they were just rehashing 2's plot.
Yep. And then the ending happened, which
And
I don't
he
know.
wasn't even an assassin at
Spoilers
the end of the
allowed.
game. Oh no, there's a new
I,
game out. If it's a yearly, shut up, Siri. No one asked you to be on the podcast. Um, if there's a if it's an annual game like Assassin's Creed, when the next one
yeah,
releases, the spoiler warning goes away, in my opinion.
right.
So,
Well,
spoil away for Unity. I don't give two damns.
the ending. They could have redeemed just like small parts of the story. They could have just kind of picked up the rubbish heap and kind of made it into like a nice rubbish heap. But no, they they just they just shredded it up even more,
Okay.
set fire to it, and then just danced on the ashes. Oh, you think, oh well, maybe it's going to be a happy ending or just something different to all the other Assassin's Creed games.
You'd hope, right?
Nope.
Yeah. No.
No, no, no. They don't give you what you want. They just make it the most stupid ending possible. In a game where they actually hadn't gone on about the Eden artifacts or anything like that, magically at the end, someone finds an artifact. Oh, what
Oh no.
happens?
They teased an artifact at the beginning. Like they
Oh
teased.
yeah, but I know, but it's always like just little teases, and then some really weird magical stuff happens, and it's just
And like, don't even get me started on the real world story, which is non-existent at this point.
oh yeah, I know. I'm happy with that. Apparently, there's like barely any shifts, and that's all good.
Well, I
But
mean, I can understand like why you wouldn't want it, but that was like part of my investment in the franchise. I wanted to know what happened to
yeah,
Desmond Miles.
and I was hoping for like a modern setting Assassin's Creed game.
We all were.
I know,
But
or
hey,
one set in Japan. Come on.
it'd be hard. Um, like right now, if they
Yeah,
don't do it for the next one, they probably never will. Because
I
as
know.
of right now, that's where
Ninja assassins.
you realize how redundant that phrase is,
I
right?
know, but come on.
Ninjas
What
are
a
by
group of
definition
it's.
assassins.
I'm not meaning assassin as its actual term. I'm
You're
meaning
meaning
their group.
you mean the order, the brotherhood.
Yeah, but come on.
Yeah, no, no, that would be perfect because it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, like the Creed part of it would work much better, I would think.
You can make one of the swords a piece of Eden. One of like there's so much you could do with it. Like
Yeah, they kind of already did the sword thing
and
though.
the well it could be a different sword, a Japanese style
Yeah.
sword. Like the grass cutter, Kisasagi, I think it's called, could be a piece of Eden. Or hell, take any of the who was it? Not Musashi. Musashi was a legendary swordsman. There you go. There's your assassin, Musashi.
I know, it's just
There's your focal character. Well, you don't, and you
it's
don't
so
even have to use Musashi,
perfect.
but yeah, and you set it during the Restoration period, which was about 1800s, give or take.
Yeah.
And it would be good. Like I would play the heck out of that game because that is again one of my favorite pieces of history. But then again, it's one of my favorite pieces of history being handled by an Ubisoft team that makes Assassin's Creed games. I'd be pissed.
Oh,
It'd be like,
also they'll probably try and throw in multiplayer with their potato servers and just ruin
well,
that as
hey,
well.
they didn't do multiplayer this time.
Yeah, but I think that's because of like the
Different
upheaval.
team.
But the upheaval they experienced with Unity, where everyone just said, no, no, please, just let it die.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they should have eliminated the idea of story multiplayer. I think that was fine. If they had better servers, it would have been better,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
but
the
that was
co-op.
fine.
My only problem with the co-op was at no point during the story were
Oh, yeah.
the other three members of your team who you as the player never seem to realize you're playing as when you're with your friend
Yep.
were never explained, never a character, never developed as characters.
Nope.
This is why this is why I play point and click adventures and then get really mad over this episodic bullcrap because Telltale can't keep a schedule anymore.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand.
I end up playing them and just loving them so much that,
Well, the only reason I even started playing Minecraft Story Mode was my original plan was I heard about the physical copy. I was just going to go out and buy the physical copy and then sit on it until all of the DLC had released. Because
Yep.
the physical copy comes with the season pass.
Yep.
The only reason I did so was the Transformers Let's Play ended so soon. I was like, I need filler for this week before I start on Halo, and I'm not going to even be able to start recording Halo until 12:01 on Monday. So I'm putting up a vlog to cover Monday.
Yeah, and you're
Monday's
gonna want to
videos.
power through Halo.
Oh my god! No, I've already
It's
decided that if Halo runs into
yeah, Fallout.
Fallout, what's going to happen is the Monday, the 10th, November the 10th, there will be a Halo video. Then Tuesday and Wednesday it'll be Fallout. Thursday, if I'm still playing Halo, there will be a Halo video. And then
I don't think you're
Friday-
gonna be playing Halo.
No, I've got to balance them. What'll happen is Halo will be the second priority because it won't be as big.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, is it's about 15 hours to complete the campaign.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. I can't wait. Like I've been getting really, 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 really ridiculously hyped.
Yeah.
Hyped for like stupid hype for the game, and I've been checking out some things like we mentioned before. I mentioned to you before, so I'll mention to our audience. I'm gonna watch Nightfall tonight. I've already started on the Find the Truth stuff. Like the game is awesome. Like I love the lore, just that rich like sci-fi setting that is Halo. Because
Yep.
I am a Star Wars kid, and
Yes.
we will talk about that. That is going to be the back half of the show because
Oh yeah.
I has theories. Everyone has theories.
It's not Boba Fett.
No, but it doesn't mean it's not a Mandalorian.
Oh no, it does not mean that. But yeah.
But just stepping away from Star Wars, we do have some interesting bit of movie news. A movie that I'm
Yep.
excited to see. So 2 weeks ago, and I included it in the link up for this episode. 2 weeks ago, through the sketchiest looking Instagram ever, it broke that Naomi Scott will be the Pink Ranger in the new Power Rangers movie. Awesome. I had to check 2 other sources to make sure that was static, because
Yeah.
the Instagram account is called Power Rangers Movie, all one word, lowercase letters all over the place,
Yep.
and that was its first and only image at the time.
Yeah, that's not
but-
too
But this,
like.
but 2 of my sources, 2 of my websites corroborated this announcement, so I was good. And I wanted
Yeah.
to upset to Toku Nation and Ranger Central both confirmed this for me, and they get like press releases straight from Bandai. They're part of that Power Ranger community thing, which I really wanted to be a member of, and I wanted to be a member of it just for the just for the news. And then I found out you can get figures early, and I was like, "You sons of!" Now I want to be a part of it more now.
Yeah.
So they announced Naomi Scott this week alone. They announced the Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, and the
Oh yeah. Well, What's he called again? I did see that.
The Red Ranger is Darcy Montgomery.
No, there's another ranger that I saw.
Ludi Lin will be the Black Ranger,
Yep.
and R.J. Seiler will be the Blue Ranger.
I'm sure I saw another color announced.
If they announced yellow, it was done while I was prepping for this show, so I will go check right now. First of all,
I swear I saw something else. I could be wrong. I mean, it's
So-
me, and considering recent events.
so far all they have announced has been, yeah, all they have announced is pink, red, black, and blue. Yellow has not been
All right.
announced yet. It's very interesting because at the point that red was announced, you could still believe, hey, this could maybe be Kimberly, Jason, Billy, Zach, and Trini. Now, after looking at our casting for the blue and black rangers, with the black ranger being a more Asian descent, and our blue ranger being a black guy, so hey, we're avoiding that accidental racism thing that the first season did.
Hmm.
Well, the black ranger was in the black was a
Yeah.
was a black man, and
Yep.
the yellow ranger was Asian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, here's the interesting thing. The Pink Ranger and the Blue Ranger have the most acting experience, but relatively, the entire cast is unknowns,
Yeah.
which is good, in my opinion.
Oh, I mistook the casting for something else. Never mind.
It's okay. Which is really good. I am super, super excited for this movie. I don't have, I'm excited. But when I say I'm excited, I don't mean, oh, I am putting this on a pedestal and it will be perfect and it'll be exactly how I
Yeah.
imagine it. No, I'm expecting Ninja Turtles. But I didn't hate Ninja Turtles. So, but I'm
I
not.
haven't seen Ninja Turtles.
It's okay. Okay, one, you live in the UK, so you remember a cartoon show called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles?
I may not. No.
Well, that was the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. The word ninja was taken out for censorism in the UK.
Okay.
It's exactly that cartoon. The movie is literally the best adaptation of that cartoon you can ever have.
Cool.
Yeah. Some of the characters don't. The characters are their archetypes. They don't really need a lot of depth. Mikey's funny. Raph is angry. Leo's the stoic leader, and Donnie's the nerd. And to point that out, Donnie has glasses. Raph is really buff, and Mikey's a goofball. So they did the perfect things. But yeah, it definitely felt like a good adaptation of that series. I'm excited, very much so excited for the rest of it. The only thing I missed, from Turtles lore, was I missed the inclusion of Hamato Yoshi, Splinter's original owner. But it's whatever. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Stephen Amell as Casey Jones. Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't see wrongs here. I'm really, really, really excited for the movie. The Turtles sequel, and I'm excited for this Power Ranger movie. However, my claim...
Stephen Amell makes me a bit confident.
I mentioned, I did mention that up until the casting of the Black and Blue Ranger, that it didn't look like they were doing the same characters. That's not entirely untrue. These characters could still be Kimberly, Jason, Zach, and Billy. Those names have no ethnicity association. However, Trini is very much a Chinese name.
Mm.
Well, at least her last name was. So I'm curious as to who they're going to cast for the Yellow Ranger. We'll probably get casting news, if not within the week, 2 weeks at the most, because they need to start filming if they want to hit a January or February 2017 release.
Yeah.
To those of you who have been participating in chat in Seven Ronick, I appreciate it, but we're going to take a minimal chat interaction because one thing I noticed last week when all of us were paying attention to chat, it was, oh, chat. What were we talking about? Chat was
Yep.
better. Yeah, that. So we might interact with you as often as we can, but you're not going to be the primary function. We're going to do the show. We see something in chat we think worth bringing up, we'll bring it up. But thank you for participating, and we appreciate every bit of feedback. All right. But yeah, the Power Rangers movie was like the new casting has got me excited. They're using unknowns, which is good and bad. Good because it builds these new actors, and it potentially allows for you to move the movie into a television show, which has been the theory that is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case. Because there's a lot right now going on in there's a lot of speculation about the future of Power Rangers and Sentai, because Sentai is failing miserably.
Mm.
Like the last few seasons, with like a handful of exceptions, had poor toy sales, and because of that, they've been considered failures. And the toys have been considered kind of garbage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We will see what the future holds for both franchises. I am excited. For it. And we are down our first hour. So let's talk about the big news. The big bit of news that made nerds across America watch a sporting event.
That is an impressive feat.
The Star Wars trailer. No, I watched at midnight the night it came on. And at midnight's filmed in advance, but they knew what was going to happen. I love Chris Hartwick's reaction. How dare you make me watch a sporting event? But they had Kevin Smith and the creator of The Walking Dead,
Robert Kirkman?
Robert Kirkman, and it was
Yep.
pretty funny. Kevin Smith actually came from behind and won it. He had the lowest score before going into For the Win, and he won in For the Win.
Awesome.
Yeah, the reason they did was they don't always like. Even, I'm beginning to believe it's very much like the Tonight it's very much like Whose Line Is It Anyway? The show's made up and the points don't matter, because I'll be looking and they'll cut back to the panel and their points have gone up and I don't know how they've gone up, and all I can assume is they've cut something really humorous from the show. I want an uncut episode of the show. I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin Smith came back and won For the Win, so that was cool.
Oh. Oh. Another piece of news. Jessica Jones trailer looks awesome.
Yeah, I need to sit down and watch that. I've heard good things about it. I've heard even...
Oh, it looks so good.
Good.
It looks like it's going to be really intense.
Here's the thing I'm hoping for with like Jessica Jones and like the Jessica Jones and the Iron Fist and the Power Man series, that like it leads into a like, if there is a Phase 4, we get a Heroes for Hire movie.
Yeah, well, they're leading into the Defenders.
The same team.
Yep.
Seriously. Um, the reason I was saying is because Heroes for Hire, the three primary characters were Ant-Man, Scott Lang, um, Power Man, and Iron Fist were the three primary members of Heroes for Hire.
And I can see that being amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, it looks really intense. Also, David Tennant looks to be amazing as
He
always.
looks like his performance was actually frightening in the trailer.
Oh, it looks to be, and it kind of goes with that intenseness. A lot of that comes from how he's affected her, and just I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And even though it's adding superpowers to where Daredevil didn't really have that many superpowers, it looks to be more contained in some ways. Seems to be more of a psychological kind of aspect to it than Daredevil had. But yeah, it just looks awesome.
There's this running theory that with the absence of mutants and that they're trying to make all non-movie characters Inhumans in some way.
See, the way they're handling that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. makes it seem like it's more of a recent thing.
Yeah.
So it could be that this is set a bit later on and she is an Inhuman, so don't know.
Jessica Jones isn't an Inhuman.
No, but I mean, like, if that's the way they're going to be managing superpowers outside of like the big movies, I could see pretty much everyone then being an Inhuman then.
And then there's a rumor that Vin Diesel will be playing someone other than Groot.
Yep, Black Bolt.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not. Though.
I mean, Black Bolt doesn't speak, so that's the opposite of Groot.
Well, that's the thing was the thing that makes like the Iron Giant such a great character was yeah, Vin Diesel had this voice that fit with what they were wanting to do, but he also had this presence about him. And they used a lot of how he was recording to animate the character.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that being like for a silent character, that working really well for him. Because he is very much a physical actor.
Yeah.
But let's get on to the Star Wars trailer. Because I really want to talk about this. We've got our first full trailer, and it made a lot of people watch Monday Night Football. I just waited for it to pop up on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much.
I enjoyed it. It offered a lot of context. I love that Finn's Finn's focal point is his world is falling apart.
Yep.
Which is good. It also leads to the theory that just because the Empire destroyed the Death Star and the Rebellion destroyed the Death Star and killed the Emperor, and there was all this celebration, that didn't mean that the Empire went away.
Yeah.
So there's that. And the first
Wait,
order...
did you just say that you enjoyed it?
What, the trailer?
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed the trailer.
You didn't love it?
Oh, well, yes, I love it. But I've got to keep a series, I got to keep my head level for this.
I thought I'd be able to, but after seeing that...
Oh, God, I got so excited. I went through just, one of my friends, John Hell, he does Powcast podcast, and he also has a YouTube channel, Powcast. Check them out. They're friends of mine. I'm supporting my friends. He does a trailer review. He does some vlogs, trailer reviews, and he addressed some rumors coming about. And one of them was the Godzilla versus King Kong trailer. And he was like, and he has two posters, one of Godzilla, one of King Kong. He was like, this versus this, and he just held the camera out away from him and spins around his room going and just yells, "My body is so ready," and that was how it was when. That's exactly how I felt after that trailer. My body is so ready.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, yeah, oh no, I'm excited for this, and my excitement changes in different ways. Like, I'm theorizing. Like, one of my major theories is just because the good guys won doesn't mean the bad guys lost.
Yeah.
You just took the Sith out of the equation, and Han's line, all those stories you heard about the Jedi, true, confirms that the propaganda remains.
Yeah. I just really can't wait.
Another theory is Rey is... Now, there's a lot of people saying that Rey and Kylo Ren are twins. And they are the Solo twins. Like, parodies of Jack and Jaina. I don't think that's the case.
No.
I do think that Rey is Han's daughter, though. Han and Leia's daughter.
Yeah, that seems very probable. I wouldn't, like, say, oh yeah, I definitely think that's what's going to happen, because there is a little bit of a doubt in my mind, but it does seem very probable.
I still don't like we haven't seen any of Lord Smoke. Who is
Yeah.
Kylo Ren's master. That's driving me a bit mad.
But maybe it's going to be more about the reveal. They don't want to kind of spoil that, but I don't know.
You're probably right. It's going to be, like, there's a bit of a reveal to it. And
Because if you just kind of leak everything, well, not leak, but show everything off in the trailers, it does lose a bit of the kind of surprise or such.
yeah, I'm not going to lie, Attack of the Clones, that last bit lost a lot of the magic because a good portion of the trailers were showing the battle.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, the Dooku fight scene with Yoda at the end was flippin' awesome, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, people, like, treat the prequels like there was nothing good about them. Not the case.
They have their moments. They have their flaws.
Yeah, they have their moments. I'm not saying, oh my goodness, it was amazing.
No.
But yeah, they have their moments.
Their flaws are great, but anyone who puts the original trilogy on a pedestal probably, and complains about Han not shooting first, probably has not seen old VHS copies of those films. Like, what you gotta understand, for the longest time, Lucas wasn't giving the television rights out. There was a good long period until he remastered those movies where he wasn't letting people watch them because he was embarrassed because he had to do so many shortcuts. I've seen the original version, like VHS on TV and stuff, of New Hope, and you can see that Vaseline smudge under the lens with the speeder, so you can't see the wheels.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. There is so much of that. So much of that.
I mean, I get people who are annoyed about changes, but I also get that changes needed to happen. But I will agree with one thing. Digitally adding a rock in front of R2-D2, was it necessary?
Yeah, there were some of them that just weren't necessary.
Yeah, I just don't see why in the slightest it just had to be done. But yeah. Oh. I'm trying to think what else has happened this week.
Not much. That trailer's the biggest bit of news, and I am so excited about it. Like,
Oh yeah, but by the way, I do not think it's Boba Fett. I would love if it was, but I do not think it is.
I think it's a Mandalorian,
Yeah.
because if you paid attention to some of the flags, two of
Oh, yeah.
the flags were Mandalorian clans. One was the Fett clan, and one was the last ruling clan from the Clone Wars, which Abrams just probably threw those in as Easter eggs, but that doesn't mean
Yep.
the Resistance doesn't have clans. And it's pretty cool because that scene shows us more of the Knights of Ren. Like, a lot of
Yeah.
people have been getting that, like, so wrong. They've been like, the Sith! No, Lord Snoke and Kylo Ren are not Sith Lords. Lord Snoke is a dark
Yeah.
side user, and Snoke is a Knight of Ren who is learning the dark side from Smoke.
Yeah. So
Like,
pretty much the Emperor and Darth Vader, but
they're,
not the Sith.
but they're not Sith, no. Like, yeah, they're meant to parallel Force users. And if you're watching the series, if you're watching Rebels right now, you know the Empire had several Dark Jedi or Dark Force users that they were using as Inquisitors to hunt down hidden Jedi.
I really need to start watching that.
It's a good series. It's so good. I need to catch
Yep.
up on this season. They reintroduced some clones.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that, and that made me happy.
Yeah, Rex is back.
I also found out why, like they weren't evil and everything. Apparently, it's something to do with a chip that makes everyone follow Order 66, and
Yes.
they took it out or something.
Yeah. There was a biological chip. It was one of the big storylines in the last season of Clone Wars. Because a clone killed a Jedi early. Because the chip
Oh.
malfunctioned. And
See, I didn't get to see last season.
the and Fives, one of the ARC troopers that you've kind of been following his career all the way through the series. To
Yeah.
this point, started investigating it, and it was supposed to be an inhibitor. Like, they called it an inhibitor chip because Fives got so paranoid and removed his own. And they're like, look at what
Yeah.
it does when you remove it. It makes the clones mad. It's a biological chip designed to control them, and in truth, it was the chip that makes them recognize Order 66.
Yeah.
I'm reading the Kanan comic book right now, and part of his first storyline dealt with him rerunning into his two clone commander troopers that were with him and his master, and they're just all like, the Jedi betrayed us, and I'm like, how? When? You fought beside us. When was that even possible? And put doubt in their mind, and one turned on the other. It's pretty cool. The comics are so worth reading. I need to read the Lando series, and I need to pick up the Prelude books, because one of them tells you how 3PO loses his arm and gets a red one.
Yeah, I wanna know.
The comic book's gonna tell you why his arm's red.
Yeah, I find it weird that that's how they're doing it, but regardless, I really do want to know. But yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch like Clone Wars and Rebels, just binge through them at some point soon.
Well, Clone Wars you can do right now. Rebels I don't think's on Netflix. So
Awesome.
start with the Clone Wars movie though. That's how the whole series starts.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen the movie, probably like most of season 1 and 2, but just little pieces and that missing.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to see this. November and December are just
Busy months, my friend. Busy months.
yeah. Fallout, Star Wars, Battlefront, and the movie. Just Jessica Jones. Man, how am I even gonna watch that? I'm gonna have Fallout and Battlefront. Ah, busy.
Battlefront doesn't have
really difficult decisions.
Battlefront doesn't have a story, so I'm not too focused on Battlefront right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play for a while, but that'll be about the most I do.
Difficult decisions.
Like, Battlefront not having that single player is really what, like, sealed the deal for me. Everyone's like, are you pre-ordering Battlefront? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's EA,
Yeah.
and EA has done a lot wrong for me in the past. And they're like, but it's Star Wars. And I'm like, yeah, and that's what makes this so hard. Like,
I mean, I get that. I am more of the, along the lines of, but it's Star Wars. But I entirely get that.
like both EA and Ubisoft are companies where I tread lightly anymore.
Yes. I mean, I used to love Ubisoft, but oh, how they have fallen.
Well, it's what happens when you take your best action adventure, story-based single-player game and you turn it into an annual franchise.
Yes,
Who are you competing with?
that's
Who are you
that's
competing
where it
with?
really just fell.
Like, literally, who are you competing with? Your only like, you could do so much more if you just left it alone for a year and polished. I hate the
Well, look
use
what
of.
happened.
I
They
hate.
left it alone for a year with Assassin's Creed 2. Amazing game.
Yeah,
Massive change.
Assassin's Creed, like, the only. And yeah, I get multiple teams working on different games. Like, the team working on Syndicate is not the game that worked on Unity. And yes, they have more time. Like right now, the team that
Yep.
works, I guarantee you, the Assassin's Creed team that worked on Unity, if they weren't dissolved after Unity being just buggy as hell,
Yeah.
they're working on another Assassin's Creed game.
But see, the thing is, though, I mean, they started annually right after 2. It, like, a year later, it was Brotherhood. A year later, Revelations,
Yeah,
I
but
think, or something.
those weren't big games. Those weren't
Yeah,
full 20-hour games like 1 and 2 were.
yeah,
Like that was my thing. Like those games were small, short, but a lot of fun. In fact,
yep,
Brotherhood was perfect. Combat wise, control gameplay wise, Brotherhood was perfect.
yeah. And it was when they started trying to do the whole massive game thing again with Unity.
Not no, they didn't do it with Unity. It was 3 and 4. Black
Oh,
Flag,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Where
those
they wanted
dropped out of my mind for a second there. Uh,
well, everyone praises Black Flag as being great. And the best thing about Black Flag is the
oh,
reason Wind Waker's great. I love
oh,
sailing
yeah,
on the open ocean.
yeah. I mean, I loved it more in Wind Waker because you had like Zelda music to accompany it, and I'm
Yeah,
always going to prefer that.
but I don't know.
But you
I
still had
don't know.
the pilot crews singing and stuff,
Yeah, I was
so.
gonna say my crew singing "Drunken Sailor" was kind of awesome.
Oh yes, that was pretty much the song that I was always like, oh, can it please be that when they're singing next?
What? It's like, and then you go and collect them so they have new songs, and you're just like, that was it.
Way hey row and go.
Yeah,
Uh, I
yeah.
want to play that now.
Just to listen to shanties.
Yeah, just to listen to the shanties and just to sail about. Either that or Wind Waker because now both of them are in my mind. uh, see, that's the thing. If you start talking about a game that I love,
Yeah, you
like,
want to go back to it. It's just your
yeah,
natural instinct to go back to the game. I don't blame you there.
yeah, it's really annoying. But then I'm like, oh no, but I have all these games that I need to play that I haven't played yet. But then you're like, but you know that's amazing, though.
A little sad. I've been going through the Power Ranger um, the Twitter page, and
Yeah.
apparently earlier today, the Graphite Ranger made his appearance. They used the
That's
spirit.
why I confused it with.
Yeah, they they
That's it.
they used they used the Spirit Ranger costume, which is cool because it's this bronze bar instead of a yellow bar, and it's got bronze accents, which are really gorgeous on the costume. But in the Koryuger um, Sentai, that signified that the Ranger was dead,
Mm,
and because the bronze replaced the yellow accents that the Rangers have for their costumes.
yeah.
So it's just like,
Mm,
like it looks good. I still love the color scheme. Like it sets him off and makes him not
yeah.
feel a part of the standard 6, even though the Gold Ranger doesn't feel a part of the standard 5.
Yeah.
But I am, Yeah, I need to sit down and watch through that too, and catch up on the Dino and catch up on Dino Charge, not Dino Thunder. But it's been
Oh,
yeah, the
so
Star Wars stuff.
I just saw this DC collectible thing. It's Captain Cold's gun, and it's just so beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It is expensive.
Yep.
I noticed.
Oh
It.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's just so beautiful, and it's
one to one scale
even the
replica
stand.
of his gun from the show. Yep.
Yep.
Stupid expensive.
Oh, it's stupid expensive, but it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that it comes off the stand, and it's got the lights. I mean, cosplay, and it's just generally beautiful. Oh, but so much money. Oh, that was another thing I saw. The Xbox Elite controller. So much money just for a
It's worth
freaking
it.
controller.
It's worth it. If you are a heavy PC gamer, that controller is worth it. The thumbsticks are completely customizable with 2 different pad types, and you can even switch out for a extended raised thumbstick that's taller than a standard thumbstick. The D-pad can either be the standard plus sign or that like satellite dish thing, which makes fighting games so much easier. It has a series of 4 additional paddles and triggers on the back that you can map to the face buttons or map to anything else. You can have the triggers be either hair triggers or have some force to them. You can completely customize your button set. Like,
I know, and that does sound amazing, but I just look at the price and I'm
oh
like,
god, yeah, $150 is just steep, but it is gorgeous. And
I know.
I almost had it. I almost had it. I couldn't see spending the money on it. Then I turn around and buy the Fallout controller from the sale.
Yeah.
Their Great War sale they've done this week. One of the special items was a wired controller, a wired, officially licensed Xbox Fallout controller.
I saw
I
that.
bought it. I was like it was only up for 20 minutes. I don't know how I got it, because that morning when I got up and I went to the store, I'm just like, Bethesda's store is down. I guess a lot of people wanted that controller, and then not like an hour after making that tweet, I was on the store. And I'm like, buy.
But yeah, I mean, for not that much more, you could get a Wii U.
Yeah, but that's a good argument. Oh, I have $150. I could buy an Xbox Elite controller, or I can spend
Or a
$50
console.
or $50 more. I can buy a Wii U with Smash.
Exactly. That's where like any thought of getting that just kind of gets thrown out the window for me.
Okay, there's something I want to bring up, and it's one of my favorite rumors for the NX.
What?
There's rumors that it will be both a home console and mobile platform simultaneously.
Yeah, portable devices. Yeah, I heard that as well. I've heard that it's going to be
If that's the
a
case,
home console, a portable device, and maybe a mobile device kind of thing on top of that.
if that's the case, it'll replace both the 3DS and the Nintendo, and that's a big risk for them because the 3DS keeps Nintendo afloat because the Japanese market has moved away from home consoles. It's all.
Oh yeah, apparently they can never really fail though, because apparently they have so much money banked away or something that it would take them years to.
Well, they are like a very old Japanese company, so yeah.
Yeah. But I want them to do really well with the next console, but I'm still really worried.
You want to know what's going to help it?
But
Legend of Zelda be on it.
yes, I need that game in my life now.
Mm-hmm. And if they're smart, it'll be on it and not the Wii U. They won't pull a
Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I need that game now. It just it looks so beautiful. And it's Zelda. It's one of my favorite game franchises ever. See, now I really want to play Wind Waker. Oh, for goodness sake. Trying to think if there was anything else this week, because again, it's not been the most busy week. It's been better than a few of the other weeks where there's just been nothing.
You're
But
right. It has been better than a few of the other weeks where it has. Like, but you're right. It hasn't been the busiest week either.
yeah. I mean, Jessica Jones, and that was just kind of my main points because I can't wait for those.
Yeah.
Um,
Fine.
Trying to, I can't think of anything else. Oh, yeah, apparently Nintendo's going to be unveiling their first mobile game soon, which is either going to be a massive success or a flop. And I know that's the same with everything, but
Tim Hortons puts
it's going to be especially true in this case, I think.
I mean, but yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be very interesting as to where that goes.
Yeah. See, I could see them making so much if they just, like, port some of the old games onto the mobiles or that. But it's going to be a new game, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, they announced Go, and
Oh, yeah. Oh, apparently their stock, like, skyrocketed or something.
of course it did. That's a
Well,
huge...
yeah, but apparently between Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, and something else, they also invested, it was either $500 million or $1 billion into Pokemon Go, and as soon as they did that, stocks rose even higher. So
It's a smart investment move right now. Like,
it is.
like, I mean...
You
Like,
promise.
okay, it's like, okay, I want to invest in a Japanese company that makes games. What do we have? Sega? They're not doing anything.
Yep.
Square? They're not doing anything.
Sony, they're just
Sony-
kind of
They
doing.
got their console and they're doing really well, but
They're just doing what Xbox does
they're
and just
level.
doing a bit
They're
better.
level. They're level. So there's no up or down with them, so that moves them out.
Yeah.
There's Konami. They're doing potato
Oh no.
machines. Then there's Nintendo. And
Who
Nintendo's
just-
got all of this new stuff.
Yeah. I mean, even in like a quarter where they have nothing coming out. I mean, I think I saw Mario Holiday Tennis or something like this. That's the only thing they've really got coming out right now.
Mario Maker, Yoshi's Woolly World are their two big games this holiday season.
But yeah, it's not much compared to some of the other quarters or that. So for them to be doing so well, it says something to how much like an announcement means for them.
It's an investment. Because what this means is you're putting money into their stock. Their stock is now on the rise. If the game does really well, you can profit from the stock.
Yep.
However, if the game flops, you can't give Nintendo stock away.
Yeah.
But it's got the word Pokemon on it, so it's gonna be profitable.
Yep.
Because the tweenies and the infants and the toddlers and the kids, they all wants the Pokemans.
The adults.
Kinda do too, sadly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be sad about that. I don't care. It's Pokemon. Open world. In real
It was
life.
one of my things was I saw a picture, and it took everything not to comment on it. And it was a friend of mine's Facebook picture who just got engaged, And she's like, this is how he caught me. And it's a picture of a ring in a foam in a safari ball. And I'm just like, how much bait? And my first thought was to be like, how much bait did he use? Seeing that's a safari ball and all. And then I'm just like, I'm a horrible friend. I can't put that there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. The safari ball can only be used in the safari zone. And to catch a Pokemon in the safari zone, you have to encounter it. Then you have to make it not run away by giving it food. Then you have to weaken it by hitting it with a rock. And then you have to give it food so it doesn't run away after you hit it with the rock. And then you have to throw a Pokeball. So if you propose to someone and they say yes and you use the safari ball to hold the ring, you either A, hit them on the head with a rock, or you gave them food. I mean, it could have been worse. You could have put them in a situation where they couldn't say no, and it could have been a Master Ball.
Ooh.
You have to marry me! See? Master Ball. I've caught you already.
Oh, I forgot about that.
See?
Superman prequel TV series Krypton is still in development.
I need an Irish coffee. A good, strong Irish coffee if we're going to talk about that.
I forgot about that.
Here's the thing. I am a huge Superman fan. I picked up the Lois and Clark
yeah.
book. I picked up the Lois and Clark book, the one about pre-New 52 Superman in...
Being in the New 52 universe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good setting, because guess when they first arrived?
Oh, I think I saw that.
They arrived when the Justice League was formed after the fight with Darkseid.
Yep.
And I was just...
Man, you cannot go wrong with Jeff Johns' Justice League book.
No, I actually have the first volume of that run, and it's a really good read. But that's when he arrived in here, and he went to help them out, but he just stood back and watched. And I'm actually interested in another book called, it's a Titans book.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I really need to get it. But I've seen that.
Actually, I'm going to look that up right now.
It's Titans Hunt, I believe it's called.
Yeah, because... I do think it's funny where Marvel's at right now. All of Marvel's post-Secret War stuff is launching this month. Secret War won't end until December. Yeah. Titans Hunt 1 came out this week. It's part of the Convergence. It's part of the Divergence Convergence stuff. And it has to deal with the original Titans team, which seems to be Dick Grayson's Robin, Donna Troy Wonder Woman, Red Arrow Roy Harper, or Arsenal Roy Harper, Aqualad, the original Aqualad. I like his new costume, though, in this. I like Dick's costume in this, too. It looks like Malcolm Reynolds as Vox. And,
Wait, let me see. I'm going on to check this.
Like,
so, Malcolm Reynolds costumes.
Not Malcolm Reynolds. What was Malcolm's last name? Roy Harper. Mal Garnock. It has Hank Hall and Don Granger as well.
Yeah.
So it has Hawk and Dove.
But yeah, that is a book I really need to get.
I might pick this up.
Titans
Titans
I
Hunt
love.
came out this week. I might read that. That seemed interesting to me. And I know right now they're really wanting to focus on specifically this team dynamic with what just got announced. With the show coming to TNT soon.
Yeah, I am very, very reserved and hesitant with that.
I am too, but...
Teen Titans is a big thing for me.
It is. It is.
Especially Nightwing.
Well, you realize at one point during one of the crises, they sat down and talked about like who they could kill, and originally their intention was to kill Dick Grayson.
Oh, I would have killed them.
Yeah, and then they realized killing Dick Grayson would cause the show to fall, would cause the universe to fall apart.
Yeah.
TNT has been ordered a pilot for a live-action series based on the Teen Titans to be called Titans. Also rumored to be Blackbirds, about Dick Grayson emerging from Batman's shadow to become Nightwing and the leader of a band of heroes that include Starfire, Raven, Oracle, Hawk, and Dove. The pilot was written by Akiva Goldsman and Mark Haynes, and filming set to occur in Toronto this summer. TNT president said that they hope to have casting locked down by the summer, and the show will be very true to the comics, groundbreaking, and it's supposed to be based on the original, the new Teen Titans run by Mark Waid. But,
Good thing to base it off of, I think.
Marv Wolfman and George Perez is the run they're basing theirs on, the old 1980s New Teen Titans. But
Right.
as for a launch
You said
date,
Mark Waid there. I thought awesome.
yeah, well,
I
no,
have
no,
not seen that.
But I'm looking forward to it. I just there's not been a production date yet. I imagine they're waiting to see how Supergirl will do.
Oh, that I can see that doing very well. I mean,
Yeah.
considering Marvel's had how many TV shows and movies, and they haven't had one superpowered female as in like a leading role or that, I can see a lot of people flocking to Supergirl.
Yeah.
DC hasn't done it either, but Marvel's where everything's really been at, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, Marvel has the cinematic thing locked down. DC has TV on lock. I mean.
Yeah, they do. I mean, yeah, Marvel's doing good with Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but that's
But
the only thing
DC's
That's the only thing not on a subscription service television network.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm excited for what's to come in the next few years and months. We'll see how DC's cinematic universe takes off.
See, I'm really excited for Batman vs Superman, but I am also again trying to be as reserved and clear-headed as possible. It's just another one of those things. Like I've seen, Dick Grayson's dead in the new Batman film, and it's just,
Yeah, now there's a theory saying that that Batman's not Bruce Wayne.
oh no, and people saying that the Joker's Jason Todd. No.
Well, I can't argue with that. That's a very convincing theory.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that it doesn't sound like a convincing theory. It's more of,
Especially
if they do that, they can get lost.
Well, no, if they're basing their entire Batman premise off the Dark Knight books, that's possible. Because in Dark Knight Strikes Again, or The Dark Knight Returns 2, the Joker returns and it's Dick Grayson, who's been brainwashed. And it also has a healing factor. It was confusing. We've blown through our topics. We've done a lot. We're just fanboying right now, so we're gonna hop off here, and we thank everyone for watching and listening. We will see you all next week. Same time, same channel. Click that like.
That channel.
Click that like and subscribe button. They help us out a lot. You can follow me at robo_luchador. Check out my current Twitter poll, boxers or briefs. Because why not?
You can follow me at Elusive Speed.
And we will see you all next week. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.